Hi, my name is Sarah Anderson, and today I will be talking about aviation fatigue. So, what is aviation fatigue? It is a type of fatigue or strain put on the mind and body that specifically impacts those in aviation fields, for example, flight attendants and pilots. Multiple studies have shown that aviation fatigue negatively impacts the performance of these members of the crew. One study conducted at Dublin City University by Anna Donella O'Hagan used 7 airline pilots and had them use a flight simulator on multiple levels of well-restedness. The less sleep that the pilots got, the worse their in-flight skills became. Specifically, it took down their situational awareness and their ability to accurately calculate things such as the remaining fuel in the tank. This could pose, as the SciPost said, an insidious threat to flight safety. So, how is this kind of fatigue different than a regular kind of fatigue? Aviation fatigue involves the human body being exposed to high altitude for long periods of time. This mainly happens during ultra-long-range flights, which sometimes can take over 24 hours. A 2022 study conducted by Stefan Samito at the German Air Force's Center for Aerospace Medicine showed that the heart rates and oxygen levels of cabin crew members significantly decreased over the course of an 18-hour ultra-long-range flight. The CDC also warns of health risks that are created when the human body endures a disruption in the circadian rhythm, or the biological clock that tells the body when to sleep and wake up. Constant disruptions to this circadian rhythm, such as those faced by cabin crews who are flying between time zones, have been seen to lead to depression, cancer, digestive issues, and many other negative health-related conditions. The stress of aviation fatigue can be seen mostly in flight attendants, as they have the most direct passenger interactions. Since COVID-19, instances of fatigue and illness in flight attendants has increased, and this is due to a boom in travel chaos and a crisis of unemployment in the aviation field. The majority of flight attendants in the United States are women, and they are disproportionately impacted by reproductive health challenges. The CDC says that working during normal sleep hours leads to a higher risk of miscarriage for pregnant women. This is paired with hormonal imbalances that can be caused by circadian rhythm disruption. Passengers are also negatively impacted by aviation fatigue. Though they themselves are not feeling it the way that crew members are, they're being served by flight attendants and pilots who are. This could impact the passenger's experience or even their safety because of the lapse in performance by a flight attendant or pilot who is suffering from aviation fatigue. So, how can this be fixed? The first major step towards improvement comes from the FAA. Just last year, in 2022, the FAA, or Federal Aviation Administration, changed a rule. Originally, the rule said that for every 14 hours working, flight attendants would be given 8 hours off. The 2022 update proposed that flight attendants be given 10 hours off for every 14 hours. This was a direct response to the impacts of understaffing through COVID-19 and a much-needed step forward to allow flight attendants time to recover from the negative impacts of flying. And though it hasn't hit the consumer market yet, a group of students in Bangkok, Thailand previewed a device at the 6th International Conference on Frontiers of Educational Technologies. This device was pioneered and made specifically for flight attendants to allow them to track their sleep, heart rate, and oxygen levels to make more informed choices about their own health. And finally, passengers being aware of the shortage of aviation workers and aware of the impacts of aviation fatigue on those that they are flying with, and having patience with the crew members they encounter is a great step in the right direction.